ketchup. 3, 1, 2, or 3, 2, 1. We need ketchup. Abby, I thought you were gonna scream, Abby.
Scream it, Abby.
Right here. Say it. We need ketchup. Oh, they need all the ketchup. Oh my goodness. Thanks, bro.
Thank you. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Oh my goodness.
There's all the ketchup. Oh, there's more ketchup. Good.
I think they had it all at their table.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Austin Family Adventures 6
YouTube channel.
I'm Dad.
Hi, Mom.
I'm Noah.
All right, and we are going to continue recapping our spring break trip to
Disney.
Disney World. And our last episode, which was episode 9, you saw all of our merchandise grabs. And Noah, what comes after 9?
10.
This is episode 10.
Double digits already,
I'm
man.
I'm too old to not know what's after 10.
You know what comes after 10. But that's a big deal. Double digits now in episodes. How does it feel? Feels amazing?
Yeah.
All right, good. So tonight we are going to talk about and show you a lot of our dining experiences that we had on this last trip. And, you know, we kind of talked a little bit before we were starting the record here, and we almost forgot about a few of the places that we went. This was a good trip for dining, huh?
And a lot of new dining to us. So
Yeah.
we hit some old favorites, but we also got some new places in there.
Right. So we're not going to elaborate on all of them, but we're going to highlight some of the ones that we thought were really good, some that were new to us, and then get some of Noah's opinions on what he thought, huh?
Yeah, we'll probably do all the opinions on mine.
Okay. All of them are yours.
Only Noah's opinion.
All right. So the first place that we stopped was our arrival day, and we ate where, Noah?
At Hollywood Studios.
Brown Derby.
Yeah, the Hollywood Brown Derby.
The burger's gone.
Spoiler alert, the burger is gone, and that's what I wanted to go there for sure. We had heard from Scott Daves that was one of the best burgers on property. And this trip, I was going to try a lot of the burgers out because there was some debate on whether Brown Derby had the best burger or Geyser Point Deluxe Burger, or if Steakhouse 71 has a new burger too. So we were going to check that out. But if you don't know, Hollywood Brown Derby is in Hollywood Studios. And
Obviously.
what kind of decor is it in there, Noah? Is it a fancy restaurant? Yeah, it's a fancy restaurant. The tables have the white tablecloth, and it's kind of a throwback to where like movie stars ate and all that stuff, right?
It's modeled after the original Hollywood Brown Derby in Hollywood, and the decor is kind of 1940s, old Hollywood themed.
Right.
Vibe in there.
And when there was a meal plan, this would have been considered a signature dining. So it's when you go into it, you're going to expect to pay a little bit more. So Noah, what did you have for your dinner?
I forgot what my main plate was.
Did you have a hot dog?
Yeah.
And you had mashed potatoes on the side?
And the parfait.
And the parfait.
Yeah, the
So
parfait.
what do you think of it all?
I think it was fine, but I think instead of the burger being gone, I think the parfait.
You think the
The
parfait
parfait
should be
should be
taken
gone.
off the menu and not the burger?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the parfait was just a plain parfait.
Yeah. Be advised, it's plain Greek yogurt
Right.
in the parfait that is not flavored in any way. It's plain
At
Greek
least.
yogurt with strawberries. So it's got that Greek yogurt flavor without any sweetness. So no honey, no vanilla flavoring, nothing.
At least do vanilla.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it wasn't quite what you
I'd
like to
expected.
eat, huh? No. So we did get an appetizer. We got the seared scallops and pork belly. And we thought that might be one that we could share. There wasn't really much to it. It was really, I think it was like 2 scallops and a piece of pork belly.
If you share it, it's more like an amuse-bouche. We each got one little bite, and No.
Pretty much.
That was about it.
Yeah. The pork belly was a little overdone, so that was a little disappointing. But the scallops were perfect. They were really
They're
good.
very tasty.
There just wasn't enough of them. I did want to get the burger, but the burger we were told was taken off the menu, and we shared that news with a lot of our Disney regulars, and they were all surprised. So this was kind of new news. We asked the waiter, we asked the manager if it was a temporary thing, and they said that it's been taken off the menu for good as of now. So I don't know if that means later it'll be coming back, but it was kind of surprising. I went with the Braised Short Rib, and it kind of came on top of the succotash, and that was pretty good. It was very tender. It had good flavor. Just wasn't a ton there. And Holly, you had the filet, right?
I had a filet, and I can't remember if it was 4 or 6 ounce, but it was a smaller filet. And I mean, we were there for dinner, so we were looking for dinner portions, and it came on top of Walt's famous hash, which was like a roast beef hash. And the hash was really good, had a lot of flavor. Micah loved the potatoes out of it.
Yeah.
The steak was well cooked. I ordered it medium, and it came out perfectly cooked. It was good food, but again,
There was a lot of mushrooms on it. Though,
there
too, right?
yes, there were mushrooms, yeah, but again, very small portions for
Right.
the price and for dinner. Yeah.
Now on this trip, we had a pin for Abby that said it was her birthday. So what's nice about that is you get some free desserts. So one thing that Hollywood Brown Derby is known for is their Cobb salad, which we didn't do because we don't really like blue cheese. And also they have a grapefruit cake. And so Abby got a small piece of that and she shared it. And Noah, what did you think of the grapefruit cake?
It was good until I dived into the grapefruit.
It was good until you got the grapefruit, yeah. So the grapefruit definitely is a very strong flavor
Very
in
tart.
the cake, yeah. So,
Yeah.
but that was Hollywood Brown Derby. I think we're one and done. I think our money is better spent somewhere else. And one of those places that probably is better was our dinner the following night. We checked into our resort at Wilderness Lodge, and we had dinner at Whispering Canyon Lodge.
And it's a very quiet restaurant,
Yes, it's-
isn't Noah?
Until they yell, we need ketchup.
So if you don't know, Whispering Canyon Lodge is in the lobby of Wilderness Lodge, and it is kind of an open concept. And there are a lot of shenanigans that happens at Whispering Canyon Lodge. There's nobody whispering in that lodge. They brought back a lot of the activities that they were doing before COVID happened that that they temporarily suspended. They're not all back yet, but what happened when you asked for ketchup, Noah?
People just come and run to get it.
Yeah, how many bottles do you think we ended up with at our table?
Like 20.
There was
So
about
that's probably a
20
good
bottles.
estimate, yeah.
So you're trying to eat your dinner, and you have 20 bottles of ketchup until somebody else asks for ketchup, right?
Why did ketchup?
Yep. And then
What happens?
They're getting go back, get it, run, place.
yep, you got to deliver all the ketchup.
You don't
So-
leave any behind.
Well, you can leave one
You
for
can
the
leave one
rest.
for
Yeah.
yourself.
But anytime somebody needs ketchup, the waiter or waitress yells, "We need ketchup," and everybody goes and delivers.
When
the
they
ketchup
say
bottles.
we need ketchup, we give them ketchup.
That's right.
And
Okay? You gotta help us. We need ketchup. 3, 1, 2, or 3, 2, 1. We need ketchup! Abby! I thought you were gonna scream, Abby!
Scream
Right
it,
here,
Abby.
right here. Say it. We need ketchup. Oh, they need all the ketchup.
Oh my goodness.
Thanks, bro.
Thank you. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Oh my goodness.
There's all the ketchup. Oh, there's more ketchup. Good.
I think they had it all at their table.
another shenanigan I saw, that they serve your drinks in mason jars, and so I saw somebody order more water and they brought their water out in like it looked like a mason jar bucket. Like it was just massive water.
It starts from the very beginning. As soon as you sit down, they throw the straws on the table, and you know it's game time at that point.
Yeah.
So
it gets crazier and crazier.
Yep, it's a good restaurant for kids. There's a lot of activity going on. It's loud. Before COVID, you used to do pony races around the restaurant and all that stuff with the stick pony, which was fun. But at Whispering Canyon, you can order skillets, and they're all you care to enjoy skillets. And it's mainly barbecue food. And if you're going with a group, a bigger family like us, so we each ordered a different skillet because you can reorder skillets. So Noah, what did you have?
I ordered the pig.
Yeah, so Noah had the pig. I had the traditional, and then
I ordered the land and sea.
Yeah, and so the land and sea, we weren't like real thrilled with what was on it.
Never had that one before.
But the options of having all the vegetables that were on it were really nice. Because all the other skillets basically came with your regular green beans and corn.
And
potatoes. But this one came with, there were some mushrooms that you liked. They had cauliflower, roasted carrots. I mean, it was really good. Now the fish, probably not so much.
Salmon didn't have much flavor to it other than tasting like fish.
Right.
And then there were some vegan sausages, and I think there was chicken in that one too.
Right, there was some chicken. But all of our skillets combined, we had brisket, we had ribs, we had pulled pork, we had chicken. I mean, it was delicious.
Piggy
pork
wings.
belly. Yeah.
My opinion, I think the pig was the best.
The pig was the best? Yeah.
Not just because I'm the one who bought it.
Right. And guess what? Free dessert again. Abby got free cupcakes for all the kids, so we had free dessert.
When we had it in the room, all my frosting fell off.
Yes, there was
so
a
much
lot of frosting.
It fell off. Yeah.
So that's one meal though, like you're gonna fill up on that. So you probably don't want to go back to the park after eating that meal.
It's really dramatic too.
It's a good meal that if you're staying at Wilderness Lodge, that you can just walk right back to your room
or Boulder Ridge.
Take a nice stroll back to your room.
Yeah, we were staying at Boulder Ridge. Yep.
Yeah.
Call it a night.
Yep.
Don't go swimming after that meal.
Yes, for sure.
We did.
No, we did
The
not.
next day.
The next day, yeah.
So.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of the next day, we started our morning off on our way to Animal Kingdom Lodge, remember?
Boba.
Yeah, so we had eaten Boma for dinner before a couple years ago, but this was the first time that we ever had their breakfast buffet. And Noah, were there like maybe 2 or 3 things on the buffet?
No.
Oh, how many things were on there?
1,000.
1,000 things? I mean, it was an extensive buffet. They had...
we have a video of that show.
They're probably going to be watching the video as we're talking right now.
They had your basic breakfast items. So there was a ham carving station. They had scrambled eggs. They had your bacon, your sausage. They had
Simba
Mickey
waffles.
waffles and Simba waffles.
I did
pancakes. There was an oatmeal station. They had some unique items. So there were some African dishes that I can't even remember the names of them, but they had, spiced meats in them and eggs and the whatever the starches that they put in their dishes.
Yeah, they have different porridges
and then they had some egg bakes and some omelets. And my favorite egg thing was they had scrambled eggs that had feta and spinach and tomatoes in it, so it was like a Mediterranean scrambled
oatmeal.
Yep, oatmeal.
a lot of oatmeal.
Yeah,
and
lots
toppings.
of pastries and yogurt
my
parfaits.
goodness. Yep.
And
The yogurt parfait there was amazing.
Yeah,
They
a lot better than
had
Brown Derby.
these
A lot.
Yeah.
these pecan sticky buns.
I think those were the best.
Yeah, pecan sticky buns and fresh sticky buns with extra drizzle with the nuts in it. And then they had a French toast bread pudding with a vanilla sauce that was also really good. Yeah, I highly recommend Boma Breakfast, and the price was not terrible for the amount of food that you had to choose from. There was something for everybody to like, and it was a nice relaxing way to start our day.
Right, and like I said, it's not as adventurous as the dinner time.
Right.
And they have plenty of options if you don't want to be adventurous at all. And then they have some more unique things there. It was it was probably one of our better meals. And typically I don't like to really do a lot of breakfast because I think you're not getting the value for your money, but you definitely do at Boma. So that was a good way to start our day, right? Would you do it again?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would too.
So plenty of meats, sausages, bacon, all that stuff.
I think it would be a great meal if you're staying at Animal Kingdom Lodge and you're having like a resort day to start your day with a little later breakfast there, kind of like a brunch time.
Right.
And just kind of relax after eating it.
Yeah. So another one of our favorite restaurants that we go to, and we go to it a lot, and we talked about it before, is in Epcot. And where do we go there, Noah?
I remember if I'm thinking of the name. Beer Garden.
Yes, the beer garden. And that is in the German pavilion. The Germany pavilion, and they have all the performers still back, but we need to get that dance floor open, right, Noah?
Yeah, but even better, if your stomach's like starting to hurt, you can actually you're full, and you can head out, and there's like trains right next to it.
Oh yeah. So once we have gotten our fill to the point where our stomachs are hurting, we go and we check out the trains and let it digest afterwards, huh?
Yeah.
But full buffet back again. Always great selections of food there, and the entertainment there is second to none.
What's your favorite thing on the buffet there?
I don't know.
The hot dogs or mac and cheese?
Ooh,
The meatballs?
I've never had the meatball.
Yeah, you've had them, but
there's a few things that aren't even open yet. Like some restaurants that don't have their buffet back up, and things are literally sizing up to buffets right now. Like, what's going on?
right. So this is good that this one's back to the buffet, right?
Yeah,
You get all the selections.
Yep. So that one's a must do if you haven't done it. It's a little pricier, but the entertainment is definitely worth it, and it's a great atmosphere. So we'll show you a little bit of that right now.
Yep.
So, beer garden was good. Now we are going to go to a restaurant that we haven't tried before.
Oh, yeah.
And this one is in Magic Kingdom, which isn't quite known for its dining options. Do you remember where we went there?
What was the
It
new
was
restaurant
based off
in
of the
Magic
Jungle
Kingdom?
Cruise.
Skipper Canteen.
Yeah, Skipper
Yeah.
Canteen. And we rode the Jungle Cruise earlier that day. And we had a fantastic skipper who told us a joke. Noah, do you remember what that joke was?
Yeah, and I'll keep telling that out through this area where we're talking about it.
Okay. So at Skipper Canteen, it's basically the eating facility for all the skippers on the Jungle Cruise is kind of the theme. And so, do you have something to say?
I have a fact.
Oh, okay.
Did you know that elephants have great memories?
Oh, yeah?
They never forget. I wish I had a memory like that.
Hey, that's a
good fact.
great animal fact.
Yeah.
And so at Skipper Canteen, the skippers are your waitresses and waiters, and they take it. Noah, do you have something to say?
Yeah. I have a fact
Okay.
about elephants.
Oh, really?
Did you know that elephants can never have great memories? They
Oh, yeah.
never forget. I wish I had a memory like that.
Oh, okay. Thank you. So there's all kinds of fun things in that restaurant. They have a a booth that has all of these butterflies in there that were actually
Lily and Disney's
yeah
butterfly
collection. And they got a wall of China, which is actually plate. Oh, Noah, do you have
Has
something?
something to say?
I have a fact.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, what's that?
Did you know that elephants have great memories?
Oh,
Yeah, they never forget. I wish I had a memory like that.
Oh, that's a good fact, Noah.
Okay, so let's talk about the food a little bit. So, the kids' menus there are
Really
actually
good.
really good. Noah had steak and
Yes, he
potatoes,
did.
and Abby and Simon had chicken and mac and cheese. And the chicken was like almost like what the
What I had
tastes like chicken because it is chicken, which is fantastic.
really good. Yeah, I had like a soy teriyaki drizzle on it with rice and vegetables, and it was really good.
Yep, and we got we wanted to get the pata queijo, which is the Brazilian cheese bread, but unfortunately they didn't have it until the next day.
Yeah,
she
they
said,
were-
"Oh, we'll have it tomorrow."
They
We're
were
like,
out
"Oh."
of the tapioca flour it takes to
Yeah,
make it.
but we did the shrimp appetizer, and that was very good.
And the cachapas.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, and those were it's like a pork meat that's on like
Almost
it's
like
kind
an
of like a
arepa.
yeah, and then it's on like a pancake. I mean, it was really good, and
Like a street corn salsa almost
yeah.
on top of it.
Yep. So all the food. Oh, Noah, do you have something?
I have a fact.
What's that?
Do you know that the elephants have great memory?
Oh
Yeah, they never forget. I wish I had a memory like that.
Great fact, Noah.
So, fun fact: Noah did that to our server every time she came to the table,
Yeah.
and she got a kick out of it.
She played
So-
right along. She was awesome.
and she would come back with different facts about animals and all that stuff for Noah as well.
Yeah.
So it was pretty good. And
Our safe skipper for the boat did that.
yes, yep. So Noah played along, and they were playing along with him, and we ended the meal with dessert
Yeah.
because it was Abby's birthday trip.
Okay.
Yeah, we had
Yeah,
okay.
okay. So that was pretty
And
good.
ice cream.
And
for
ice
Abby.
cream.
Yep, and ice cream. So, Skipper Canteen, it was one of those that we were kind of worried about because it seemed like it was a little bit of more of an adventurous.
I'd go back.
But it was great. It was
It's
fantastic.
great for children.
And
Yeah.
I think the pricing was good.
It was fair,
for,
yeah.
For our family, and yeah, I would go back again.
Yep. So we have a couple more sit-down restaurants that we did go to. One of the ones that is kind of a tradition for us is Chef Mickey's, and that's one of Noah's favorite. And we went for dessert again there, and
Breakfast.
yes, dessert. Yeah, for breakfast. Some of the breakfast items
like
are
our
like
dessert.
dessert,
Yeah.
but it's still not buffet yet. They're still doing family style, so you get all your traditional breakfasts, but all the characters come by, and you could get up this time and take your picture a little bit closer to them. They still make you kind of stand off a little bit, but overall, you still love Chef Mickey's.
And they came through and did lots of dancing, and you're able to get up and dance a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's typical breakfast food. They do have this cheesy potato casserole that comes
Yeah.
out that's kind of unique, and banana bread French toast. But other than that, it's bacon, sausage, eggs. There's brisket,
Yep.
pancakes, Mickey waffles.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a tradition for us, but I don't know if it's a must do for everyone.
Yeah.
There could be some upgrades that could be done at Chef Mickey's. Boma is probably a much better option, and it's similar price.
If you aren't sold on the characters, that's not a must do for you. I would do Boma over Chef Mickey's in a heartbeat. A lot of people compare Chef Mickey's to Topolino's, but I don't really think that they compare.
No.
I think that they're very different restaurants. I feel like Chef Mickey's does need a little bit of love. Needs a little refurb. Some of the
refurb.
decor is tired and it's looking worn a little bit,
Right.
and just needs a little love because it is a tradition for a lot of families to
And
either
plus-
start or end their trip there.
And plus, they even have a lounge.
Yeah,
The outer rim.
the Contempo Cafe there. Yeah.
No, the outer rim.
The outer rim.
Oh
lounge,
yes, you're right.
No, they have two.
You are right.
Yeah.
Yes, you're correct.
Yes.
Now, speaking of kind of needing a refurb and getting a refurb is one of the best meals that we had. And that was just downstairs at the Contemporary, and that was at Steakhouse 71.
First time, but they're both the. By the way, if you like the Wave, it's now Steakhouse 71.
Yes.
Yeah, we liked the Wave. We had some really good meals at the Wave, and so we were concerned when they switched it over. But I think after having that meal,
I should have saved the steak for Steakhouse. So.
yeah.
You had a good
But
meal, though.
but you had a fantastic meal.
Yeah, the mashed potatoes were well seasoned.
Yeah,
Well,
they had garlic mashed potatoes, right? Yep. So they had that. Now that was a place where we had heard that they have a really good burger, and it's on the lunch menu, but not on the dinner menu. But you can ask your server to get it to you from the lounge. So that's what I did. The burger came out. It was very good. Holly had some of it, and we all kind of share our food so we could try different things.
Just so you know, the place is barely different.
The decor is a little different, and the lighting is a little
Well,
different.
but like the whole like shape together.
Right. They didn't redo the layout. The layout's still the same.
So what did you think of your burger, Daddy?
The lounge is in the same place.
Yep, that's right. Yeah, so the burger was very good. I would definitely get it again. But I did think that the waffle fries were kind of subpar. They were very crunchy, but not in a good way.
We might have not just had a good batch of them.
Yeah.
I think they were a little overcooked
but-
and maybe sat for a while.
But the burger itself was very good. And I know for a fact that your meal was excellent.
Yeah, I ordered the New York strip, and again, I ordered it medium, and it was cooked to perfection. Had fantastic seasoning, and it's an old school steakhouse. So you order your meat, your cut of meat, you order one side and then one sauce. So I got the strip, I got the red wine sauce,
Right.
and I ordered the side of mac and cheese. And
You didn't need the sauce.
you didn't need the sauce, but it was really good with the sauce.
Yeah.
The sauce definitely enhanced it. It didn't take anything away from the meat, and it didn't overpower the meat. It was I would go back and get that same meal again.
Wasn't it the red wine sauce?
Yeah, it's a reduction. Yeah.
Yep. And Noah, you had a fun dessert, right?
Yeah.
So what was your dessert?
Yeah, what was special about it though?
That there's toppings.
Yeah.
Yep,
Did
it
they
was-
come with the toppings on it?
Nope. You get to pour them.
Yeah.
And also, we can show you a video of me pouring them.
Yep, we will.
Yeah.
And then another thing that Steakhouse 71 is well known for is their 15-layer cake.
Oh.
And we knew we were getting that as soon as we saw all the reviews. And go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, it was a 15-layer fudge cake. Those of you who know the old 7-layer cake that came from Top of the World Lounge and was available at the Wave, it is a different type of cake than that. It is a much denser cake, and the fudge layer is very different. And the 7-layer cake, it was kind of a moussey, and this was not that. It was a little bit thicker.
Right.
It was more fudgy.
We had some of it at the
we-
restaurant, but I mean it was a good meal. But that cake had no chance to make it to the next day.
No, we each took a bite of it, and it came on the plate. There was like this raspberry like compote. It was so good with the chocolate cake.
Yeah, that's it.
And I ended up boxing up the cake after we each took a bite or two from it and took it back to the room. But the sauce didn't really make it off the plate because it was, decorated on the plate. So I asked for a side of the raspberry sauce to go, and our server happily obliged and brought me a little to-go container of the raspberry sauce.
Yep.
So,
We ate it in
pro
bed.
tip, if you're getting your cake to go, ask for a side of the sauce with it.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
ate it in bed while we were asleep.
I did. Once the kids went to bed, finished it in bed.
When you're in the studio, you don't have the kitchen.
Yeah, no, and you were sleeping on the table.
Yeah.
I was.
So Noah, would you go back to Steakhouse 71? Definitely a good one, right?
Go back.
So
I'd be interested to try the other meals there, breakfast and
Right.
lunch, some of the lighter fare.
So we had some other sit-down meals planned, but just the way the trip worked, we kind of canceled a few of them. And there was one day that was kind of a rain day. And so we actually did Ale and Compass, and we got it to go. And Ale and Compass is over at the Yacht Club, and we ordered this one to go. And the kids had some food from Roaring Fork in the in Wilderness Lodge, and Simon and I went over and we picked up the meal, and I got the burger there, and we got the bread service, which was fantastic. The bread service had bacon jam. It had
Pub cheese. And citrus butter.
Yes, and that was outstanding.
And the bread itself were the homemade Parker House rolls that were buttered with salt on top of them. It was really good.
I mean, I think the bread service was much better than Sanaa's.
Yes, we went to Sanaa a year ago, and we didn't care for the bread service all that much. It was okay, but it wasn't like the greatest thing.
The whole restaurant.
This bread service was much more along our taste.
Yes.
Than
Yeah. And then Holly got the seafood pot pie.
Oh yeah,
Which was amazing.
If you are a seafood lover, if you like lobster bisque, give this a go. I mean, there was every kind of seafood imagined. There was shrimp, there were scallops, there was crab, there was lobster. There were clams in there.
Yep.
And then your potatoes and your carrots, and the sauce itself was like a lobster bisque, that orange sauce, and it had a giant puff pastry on top
Nice
of it.
flaky crust, yeah.
Oh, it was so good. I would go back just for that again.
And there was like big chunks of like claw meat. The seafood was not chewy at all. It was all perfectly cooked. And the only thing that we got that was a little bit of a miss for us, we got the buffalo cauliflower. It had good texture and it was cooked really well. Just a little bit too much
spicy.
Buffalo for us, I
too
guess.
spicy.
And I like spicy food, but that was the only thing we probably wouldn't get again.
So how would you compare that burger to the burger at Steakhouse?
So they're very close. The ones at Steakhouse are a little more thinner patties. You get two there. This one is more of a full patty. It has this garlic aioli that you put on it and herb. There might be some more to it. That's really good. And the bun, I think, is better at Ale and Compass. But the overall burger, I probably would give it the Steakhouse 71. But you're not going to go wrong with either. And spoiler alert, I still like the bison burger at Geyser Point. That's still my favorite. So why don't we talk about, those were most of our sit downs. So we're going to kind of talk about, we did a lot of quick service, but the only one that really I think we should mention is probably Restaurantosaurus, right?
Yeah, who do we eat with at Restaurantosaurus? Do you remember?
Williams.
Yeah, so before we went to lunch, we were playing in the dig site at Animal Kingdom for a good hour or so. And Amanda Lamb and her family were there, and we met up with Karen, and the adults kind of visited, and the kids played, and then we mobile ordered, and we had a nice meal at Restaurantosaurus, which is kind of like, it's hot dogs, burgers place, and it's kind of themed like it's the cafeteria for the college students there. And Noah ditched us. He ate with the lambs at their table, but we were all in the same room and everything.
Yeah.
How was your food there? Yeah. Pretty good. The kids, it's your basic hot dogs.
But it's an all beef, like it's a big all beef hot dog. It's not like just a regular like ballpark hot dog.
And I think what made it is that we got to eat with our friends, the lambs, and the kids had a good time. So it was a decent meal, but not a must do for you. Another thing that we like to do are the lounges. And don't be afraid to take your kids to the lounges. Geyser Point is kind of a quick service / lounge. Noah and I went there in the evening for some brisket dip, right? And we watched some fireworks there. We also did a lunch there one day. And then one new one for us was Territory Lounge, huh? And that one is outside of Artist Palette, and there's a lot of kids that go in there. We saw a lot of Snow Whites while we were there.
Yes,
So-
and it's a popular place for the parents to go and grab a beverage before taking their little girls to see Snow White.
Yeah.
Next door.
And we tried all of the shareable plates. So they had a good charcuterie board. Wasn't the best charcuterie board, but there were some options there. It was a little light on some of the serving size, and it's a little expensive.
Yeah.
But we also did the chips and dip, and they have the mushroom soup from Artist Point or Storybook Dining.
Storybook Dining, yeah.
And then we had the ribs too, remember? Did you like the ribs? Yeah.
Noah was wearing the ribs all over his
Yes,
face.
he was.
The sauce was a bit powerful.
The sauce was a little bit strong.
Yeah, but it was a good sauce.
But they'll do some fun drinks for the kids, and they get ice cubes that light up in their drinks
I
and
got
everything.
Sprite.
Yeah, you had a Shirley Temple.
Yep.
So,
I
but
think my favorite thing there was the fondue with the pretzel bread.
yes,
That
yeah.
was my favorite.
So,
It was like a white cheese fondue with the pretzel roll.
yeah, and I think you wouldn't go wrong with anything. Like if you don't like mushrooms, don't get the mushroom soup. I didn't have any of that.
Yeah, that's
But
fine.
you know, I think the charcuterie board was really good. If you like sweet pickles and mustard, they had those options. But they had like honeycomb and
There was goat cheese and Parmesan, and there was another kind of cheese I don't remember.
yeah, and a couple of meats and some crackers. So it was pretty good. So that's basically going to be our sit downs and our quick service. We're probably going to wrap this video up here. We will talk again next week, probably about
Yeah.
some of our snacks.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
Some
we
of our
might
things.
do it earlier because we're getting farther and farther away from our trip.
Yeah, it's getting farther and farther away from our trip. But
That's
we're
right.
also going to recap some of the things that we don't normally do and some things that you might not do. And some things that you might not think about doing while you're there. And hopefully we can highlight some of those for you. So, what do you think? Should we say bye for now? We got to get this guy in bed.
He looks tired.
He's tired. So,
He might fall asleep right here
Yeah.
next to me.
all right. Say bye for now, Noah.
Bye for now.
Bye, everybody. All right, Noah and Abby, what were your favorite things about tonight's meal?
My
Hot
favorite,
dog.
Okay, Noah, what was your favorite?
my mashed potatoes that I got on the side.
Yeah.
And my favorite was the cake, but I didn't like the grapefruit.
Okay, you like the cake, but not the grapefruit. Noah, did you like the cake?
Yeah, but I didn't like it either. But you probably should have tried the parfait either.
The parfait is not good?
Yeah, it's plain.
Yeah. Okay. I want to tell everybody thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. And hit the notification bell. And make sure to subscribe and like too.